We're here with two of the founding members of Children of Bodom, and we're here with Janne and Jaska. And Janne plays keys for the band, and Jaska is the drummer. So I'm gonna get a couple questions out of the way first for some of my students. And I teach audio engineering, and my students want to know how important your relationship is with your producers and engineers.
Well, I'm a bit of a studio geek myself. I have a home recording setup thingy going on, and I like fiddling with the whole studio thing. So that's one of the reasons why I've always had a really close relation to all the engineers and producers, because I just like to, I like doing the whole thing myself as well. So
yeah, I read on the last album that you were the engineer for your own tone. You sculpted all your tone by yourself. Is that correct?
Yeah, it just makes sense that I record all my keyboards by myself, because I can do it, basically.
Yeah. How about for you? How about your relationship with the engineer and producer? How important is that for you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, of course, I have been involved to that, like, since we did the first album. I was mixing the helping out, and of course that's quite interesting thing to do. And of course we've been in the studio so many times that so of course you're involved in that a lot, and I think it's very interesting part of this job.
So you guys have been around since when everything was recorded analog. You've also now come into a digital stage. What's the difference in recording for you guys?
Actually, we never recorded analog. When we did the first album, it was on ADAT, which is still tape, but it's digital, crappy sounding tape. But yeah, I mean, recording to tape was a pain in the ass with rewinding and then between takes and all that. I mean, the whole DAW thing just makes all that a lot easier. The overdubs and all that stuff. But it hasn't changed our workflow that much, because we never were that old school that we recorded on big analog reels or anything. So,
how about for you as the drummer, when you do pickups and stuff, going from the ADAT to the DAW, how has it made your world different?
Well, I find it easier with the digital, because if you fuck up the take, then you can immediately almost try it again, not with 1 minute break and then you're already cold. Yeah. It's a big difference to me, and then I don't know, but like Janne said, it's not that of a big difference.
It makes things a lot easier.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. That's great answers, and I appreciate that. The next thing that I was curious about, you recorded all of your previous albums in Finland, and then your last album you came over to the States. What was the difference in the workflow?
Actually, we did record the last album in Finland as well. Only the vocals were recorded in the States.
Okay, so
vocals and guitar solos, something like that. Yeah.
We need to get someone to clean up the information on that, but that's all right. Yeah. No worries. So, but what was the difference?
Well, actually, the main difference was that last time we worked with an American producer. All the other albums we've either kind of produced ourselves or had this one guy in Finland who, is a producer and an engineer at the same time. But now we decided to do something different, and we had this American producer with us, and the whole work process was a little different this time. We actually were working a lot faster in the studio. We weren't fucking around and drinking. We were just actually really concentrated on on the recording process itself. So and he has his place in LA, and that's why the album was finished here in the States. Alexi came over with him and did the guitar solos and vocals in LA.
All right, cool. Do you guys like to, when you record, do you like to do individual parts, or do you like to get together and get the vibe of the band?
Well, we do the usual drums first, and then from there on.
Yeah, like studio, everybody is doing separately.
Yeah.
His thing.
So one of the things that I was surprised by that you guys released is you did an entire album of cover songs, and you covered, I mean, even in your last album you covered Rick James or Eddie Murphy doing Rick James, right? And in the previous album you did everyone from Iron Maiden to Britney Spears. What's the inspiration for how you cover?
You know, cover songs are a lot of fun to make. We have so much fun, like taking like a pop song and then turning it to a COB metal version. And like I said, that was a collection of all the cover versions we've done over the past like 15 years. And then earlier we did like Iron Maiden and Slayer and obvious stuff, but then we started to just, you know, go crazy with it and do some. We've done a lot of songs that we think that nobody would expect us to do, and that's also that makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah. How about for you, when you record these songs that are a little bit out of your genre and style? I mean, you're shocking people first of all, but second of all, you're also gaining a lot of attention because, wow, they released that. But give me some input.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're like everybody in the band have like a different, you know. Janne likes Britney Spears, perhaps.
I do.
Yeah, he does. And you know, of course, me and Alex and Henka, we like more like the old school, like Sepultura. What we did with one song, and it was like it's a mix of everybody's styles. The compilation, yeah, it's you learn a lot, you know, by doing different styles, and it's lots of fun. And you know, one aspect of, you know, shocking out people, fans, and everybody. That's the best thing.
Yeah. So what does the future hold for Children of Bodom? I mean, you guys are touring, supporting Relentless, Reckless, Forever.
Right.
There we go. Yeah. So what do you guys have going in the future?
After this, we're just gonna do festivals in Europe this summer, and probably after that, we're gonna start concentrating on writing a new album. So this tour pretty much wraps up the whole touring cycle.
Very awesome. It's you know, a pleasure, obviously, to be able to interview you guys. Any last words of advice for anyone coming up as an audio engineer or a musician that you guys can share?
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Thank you for the interview too, but I can't come up with anything smart right now.
Me neither. I just woke up.
If you guys were here in Salt Lake City, they just came from Las Vegas and probably partied up a little bit, had some fun. You got to do what you got to do when you're in Vegas. So, let's see. One last question. One of my students really is a huge fan of your guys, and he wanted me to say to you guys, what's the craziest thing that's happened to you on tour?
Craziest. Well, I gotta tell you, we were playing in LA, and I look to the monitor world. Cal, a good friend of mine, is doing monitors for us. I look and keep playing my thing, and then I look again, like, what the fuck? Kenny G is standing next to Cal, like digging the show. Like, what the fuck is going on? That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. What for you?
Yeah, I think that's funny.
Yeah.
That wraps up. Well, Kenny G is a fan of Children of Bodom, which is an awesome thing. It's Big Brian here, and thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the interview. We're looking for a great show tonight. If you guys aren't familiar with Children of Bodom, you do need to go check them out. They're a great heavy metal band, and there's some debate on what genre you are in that. I'm just gonna leave it at heavy metal. And heavy metal.
Yeah.
We'll leave it with the metal because we're all about the metal. And if you guys haven't checked them out, you need to go do so and go enjoy what they do, because not only are they awesome guys, if you've seen, but they are incredible musicians. They, I mean, don't just play one instrument themselves. They each know how to play a whole slew of instruments. And what can I say about what they play? I mean, they can play everything from classical music. If you can look it up on YouTube, they play the Summer Vivaldi, yep, and then they play the heaviest of the heaviest, and then they go and play Oops, I Did It Again. So that's the Children of Bodom. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you guys, we'll catch up with you next time. It's a Big Brian for 8747 Productions.